Welcome all of you to this training on how to regain your lost money in stock market. Now, I'm sure the moment you read this, the moment you heard about this, especially if you are a person who's already into stock market trading or investing, definitely this would have been very interesting to know. Maybe there is a lot of curiosity to know what is this. There must be a lot of hope created within those who are really looking for a solution to this. But at the same time, there are also people who are very new to stock market who have joined this session. Let me also assure you that you're going to gain a lot through this session. But then friends, this whole session is designed in a way that each and everything that we are about to discuss is going to accumulate to form the final solution. And by the end of the session, when we reach to the conclusion part, that is when you will correctly understand the real solution to regain your lost money in stock market. All right. So during this session, as we are discussing, I request all of you to ensure that you stay focused, note down all the important points, and also note down if you come across any doubts, any questions, please make a note of it. At the end of the session, we will definitely have time enough to discuss each and every questions that you had to get clarity on that. All right. But then to understand the secret, the solution to regain your lost money in stock market, the first and foremost important thing that each of us have to do here is we have to understand some realities about ourselves, about stock market as a whole. Then, only then, it is going to become easy for you to get this solution on how to regain. All right, ask you. I hope all of you note of it. So the first question here is, how did you get into stock market? I mean, how did you get into stock market? How do normally people get into stock market? How do they come to know about this? What motivates them? What triggers that idea to get into stock market? Anyone? Normally, when people come to stock market, they come through all these different modes, isn't it? Some of you may have come to stock market because some of your friends or relatives, they may have motivated you, or they may have discussed something which triggered an idea or an interest to get into stock market. There are those who must have got inspired by other successful traders or investors in stock market, especially people like Mr. Warren Buffett, Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, many others. Is it not? Maybe you must have attended many similar training programs as you are attending one now, through which you got an interest to get into stock market. These days, even when you open a bank account, you must have seen, they offer you a lot of things like, 3-in-1 accounts. Along with your bank account, you get a free demat account or a trading account. These are the offers through which you got into stock market. Many advertisements, the newspapers and media channels, they play a major role. Many advertisements on discount brokerage, the online mobile trading facilities, these may have created a lot of interest. Is it not? Normally, when you're browsing, when you're going through any articles on the internet, along with the article on the top or on the side, you find a lot of advertisements on this. There are those who have the urgency, the greed to make more money. They find stock market to be the best place. And obviously, you are all well aware of stockbroking companies, isn't it? So every stockbroking company has their own set of executives, marketing executives, who go about talking to people, convincing people to get into stock market, isn't it? So these are all the different ways through which people get into stock market. Even you, may have got into stock market by any one of this, isn't it? Or maybe some other reason, but there is some reason. There is a way through which you got in here, isn't it? Now that you have got into stock market, tell me, what is that you want? What do you want? What is your purpose? What is that you want to achieve here in stock market? Anyone? Can anyone answer to this? You can text your replies on the chat. Yes, Mr. Subhash says it is to make money. Well, everyone is going to say the same. It is to make money. That is the larger picture. But then when you look at it in a deeper sense, then there are many who come with very specific requirements. Like there are people who want to make money in order to become rich. There are those who want to make money in order to get bigger returns on their savings. These are the very specific purposes, is it not? There are those who invest for long term, maybe in order to fulfill some future anticipated expense, is it not? There are those who also want to take stock market trading as a source of income, as an alternate profession. Maybe they are not finding any other opportunity to work or to earn money. So they always get into stock market because there is no one to stop you here. Yes, Mr. Rajat says it is to make a career out of it. See, there is a very specific purpose. There are some people who want to earn money in their leisure time. Most of the working professionals, they think in these lines, isn't it? There are those who feel this is easy money, so they want to keep doing something, intraday trading. And there are also those who have urgent financial commitments to be fulfilled. For that, they have got into stock market. Am I right? So these are all the different purposes. Maybe you may have any other purpose which is not there in this list, but then I hope at least now you must have realized that there is some purpose why you got into stock market. This much is for sure. Now the big question here is, now that you know what is the purpose with which you have come here, tell me, what are you going to do to fulfill this purpose? People who come to stock market, as you know, there are millions and millions of people today in stock market, isn't it? As days go by, many more are getting into stock market. At least let us talk about the Indian stock market. More and more people, especially after this pandemic, more and more people are getting into stock market. Am I right? Earlier, the percentage of people out of the population was lesser, but then now it has increased. And it is increasing quite rapidly, isn't it? So when you look at all of them, and as you know, everyone comes with a purpose. The larger picture is to make money. But then what are they going to do to fulfill this purpose? When you look at this, these are all the things people do. People trade based on others' advice. All right. People take support of the tips and calls, the advisory. Maybe you approach someone else to manage your portfolio. Some people trade based on gut feeling, isn't it? Even the media channel, you have so many experts coming out there giving advice. Some people trade based on astrology, numerology, isn't it? And these days, this is one very common thing which people are going towards or taking up, like technical analysis, fundamental analysis, where you can analyze the market, predict the price movement on your own, isn't it? Trading based on news, events, reading newspapers and articles, this is one traditional way which majority people are following, isn't it? So these are all the things people are doing to do what? To fulfill their purpose. to fulfill their purpose. Now tell me, after having followed all these things or any of these things, I'm sure many of you may be following any one of these things, is it not? Now, after having followed all these things, tell me, what is the end result? Anyone? What is the end result? Is that purpose fulfilled? Even if you say that it is to make money, is that purpose fulfilled by following all these things? What is the end result? Well, as you all know, some of you may feel shy to come out to express it, but as you all know, the end result has been a big loss. Is it not? I am not going behind trying to identify what is right and what is wrong out of all these things. What's going wrong in each of these things? I don't want to get into all these things. All right. But what is the end result? That is a big loss, isn't it? See? But then this is one industry. Stock market trading is one such thing where when people lose money, that is not the end. That is definitely not the end. They always come back, is it not? People always come back. People who get in as a beginner, when they lose money, they always take a step back and try to understand more or try to learn more, try to acquire more knowledge, and they always come back with new capital, new hope, fresh start, fresh thinking. But then second time when people come back in order to trade and make profits or even to regain their losses, what are they going to do? How are they going to fulfill their purpose? Well, when you look at it, you will realize one way or the other, people end up doing the same age-old things. Is it not? Maybe earlier people were trading based on tips and calls. Now they are learning technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and they are able to predict or analyze the market movement themselves. Maybe earlier they were trading based on the experienced traders' advice. Now they have found some really good experts on the TV channel. Isn't it? Maybe earlier they were trading based on their gut feeling. Now they are doing some work. They are putting some efforts, reading newspapers, reading articles, knowing what news, when, results. Based on that, they are trading. So, end of the day, one way or the other, they are still revolving in the same circle. Is it not? So, even after the second time, when they have come back with new capital and so on, now tell me, what is the end result again? Well, again, the end result is a big loss, is it not? But this time, it is not just a loss, it is double loss. It is double loss. But this time, it is not just the double loss. Along with the loss, there are not many other things that is happening, like people, you start losing your health. Your health is declining. You're getting into depression. You're developing a failure mindset, saying that whenever I trade, it is a failure. Whenever I trade, it is a loss. Whatever I do, it is a failure. I'm a failure. Well, if you get into this mode, let me tell you, it all starts with decline in health, let me tell you. That is the first thing that starts happening. And then you get into depression and you develop a failure mindset. When that happens, you're going to experience lots and lots of disturbances in your family and in your friend circle. People will be struggling to understand what the hell is wrong with you. All right. But then when this disturbance starts, then that is when you will realize it is not just the money that you have lost. Along with the money, you have also lost your long-standing status, your reputation, your identity. You have lost your identity as a son. You've lost your identity as a husband, as a father. You lost your identity as a neighbor, as a friend. Is it not? This is the one place where things go wrong, things go out of control. And this is the place where many people end up taking a lot of wrong decisions in their life. So, Today, if you ask me, is there a solution to this? Is there a way to regain your lost money in stock market? Well, first of all, let me tell you, there is one solution which all of you know about. What is that solution? Quit stock market. Get out of stock market. Enough. You have had enough. Go find some other job, start earning, start saving. Over a period when your savings get accumulated, then slowly it will cover up for your losses. But then obviously it is going to take its own sweet time. You cannot show your urgency there. Is it not? All of you know this solution. Nobody has to come and tell you. But of course, there are people who say that I want to regain through stock market itself. Is there a solution? If you ask me this question, let me tell you, yes, there is a solution for you to regain. Not just your lost money, even also your long-standing status. Obviously, for this, you have to again start trading. There is no doubt in it. But will you again follow the same old strategies that you have been following? This is the big question that you have to answer first. Yes or no? Will you again follow the same age-old strategies? Tell me. If you have followed something and if that has resulted in losses, now when you have come here to understand how to regain, the first thing that you have to make up your mind, at least saying that, will you again follow the same age-old things? Yes or no? What are you supposed to do? Well, if you have time, if you have a pad and pen there, you can just try to note down, or after the session, at least try to sit, try to think and try to note down. What is that you know about stock market? What have you learned about stock market? Have you ever given it a thought? If not, please try to do it right now. When you start thinking in these lines, when you start noting down, really, you will definitely identify that there are some gaps. There are some gaps in it. Now, when it comes to this point of fulfilling this gap, if you want to fulfill this gap, then what is the right thing that you have to learn, or what is the right thing that you have to understand? Well, there are these three important things that you have to understand. What is that? You have to understand the right way to trade. Is it correct? Do you all agree? What is the right way to trade? Not just the right way to trade, you should understand the light way to trade. Well, when I say light way to trade, what is that? What is that I'm talking about? Light way to trade means whatever you are following to trade, whatever strategy or method or concept, whatever you are following, as long as it is simple, easy to understand, to implement, then that is what we say it is light way to trade. All right. When you keep things very light and you're trading, you will see results. When you are too much tensed when you are trading, if you're not able to understand things very correctly, all right, it means whatever you're following, it itself is complex, or maybe you have complicated it for yourself, but still you are going about trading, then it is not light way to trade. It is always going to entangle you and put you into trouble. And not just that, you should also have the right information, right investment. We will come to this part of right investment, but then let us first understand what is right information. Well, many of you know when it comes to trading, you are either going to trade in the options, or you're going to trade in the futures, or you're going to trade in the equity or cash segment. Any stock or anything that you're trading, isn't it? So when you're trading in these three segments, what is that right information you need to have? Well, if you're trading in options, the only right information you need to have here is, if you want to succeed trading in options, there are only two things that you have to do. That is, either you buy a call option or you buy a put option. Job over. That's it. Nothing else. But apart from these two, if you're trying to learn anything more, or if you're trying to understand anything more, let's say you're trying to get into this option writing, option strategies, option, what is that? They say this gamma, beta, delta, theta, you name them. There are hundreds of them. Well, if you're going behind them, let me tell you, you're wasting your time. You're making things complex for yourself. The truth is, if you can understand only these two things, buying call option, buying put option, job is over, you are on the right track. That is the right information you need to have. Apart from this, well, I don't even have to know. The same way when it comes to trading in futures, what are you going to do here? There are only two things that you're going to do here. Long trade or short trade. That's it. If the prices are increasing, you will get into a long trade. If the prices are decreasing, you will get into a short trade. That's it. Nothing more to know about it. The same way when it comes to the cash segment, well, in cash segment, you have to first basically understand that this segment is meant for long-term investment. It is meant for investment. But today, you go walk into any stockbroking company, and if you see any people sitting there and trading, you will be surprised to see that many people are trading in cash segment. That is, they are doing intraday trading in cash segment. So what's happening here? You are wrong from the beginning itself. The segment is meant for investment. And when you are investing, when you buy some stock and you want to hold it, you take it to your demat account. The right information you must have here is try to have a demat account with a bank. If possible, with a public sector bank. Why? Because there are, in the past, there have been events where when you have a demat account with the regular stockbroking companies, you know, there are incidents where people have mishandled your demat account without your information. Your investments, your stocks in the demat account. Things go wrong without your information. It has happened in the past. Nobody can deny this. It has happened very recently also with a big, reputed stockbroking company. Many of you know it. Let me not get into all these things. The point here is these things has happened. But then if I can have a demat account with a bank, then I am the chances of these things has reduced, especially when I have it with a public sector bank. The chances are almost nil. So I can stay very relaxed. Peace of mind, is it not? And moreover, many people believe that trading futures and options is very dangerous. How many of you in this session right now believe that trading futures and options is very dangerous? Can you please come forward and say that, yes, I think it is very dangerous? Anyone? I'm sure many of you, the stockbrokers, even some of your stockbrokers must have told you, why do you want to get into futures and options and spoil your life? Trade in equity, trade in the cash segment. That is always best. That is the safest. Is it not? So when, as a newcomer, if you listen to all these things, obviously there is a template, there is a traditional thought that sits in your head saying that equity is the safest. But you are coming here with your hard-earned money. You have to understand the right logic behind all these things. What is the right logic? Let me give you an example. Let's assume that you want to trade or buy a stock in the equity segment, cash segment. The stock price is trading at 100 rupees per share. And you want to buy some, let's say, 1,000 shares. What is the investment required? 100 into 1,000, which is 1 lakh rupees. So if you have to buy 1,000 shares in the equity segment, your investment is 100%. That means you have to invest the complete 1 lakh rupees. Is it not? Do you all agree? Investment is 100%. Now at the same time, what is the risk involved in the equity segment? What is the risk involved? Well, the risk here is the price of a stock can become zero. Can become zero. I don't say every stock is going to become zero. The price of a stock can become zero. It means the risk on the investment is also 100%. Isn't it true? 100% investment and 100% risk in equity segment. The same stock, if you come to future segment to trade for 100 rupees worth of stock, you don't have to pay the complete 100 rupees. You may have to pay just 10 rupees, which they call it as margin money, decided by the exchange. Remaining 90% or 90 rupees is in your pocket already. All right. So logically, if you see that 10 rupees is the risk that you're taking, the remaining 90 rupees is already safe. So for a 1 lakh rupees worth investment, you are investing probably 10,000 as a margin, remaining 90,000 is in your pocket. The same stock, if you get into options trading, here for 100 rupees worth of stock, you are investing just 1 rupee as a premium, remaining 99 rupees is in your pocket. So the risk here is only that 1 rupee that you are investing. 99 rupees is safe already. Now tell me, when you understand this right logic, tell me which segment is more riskier? Which is more riskier? It is the equity segment, is it not? But still, why do you think people propaganda or promote this equity segment? Why do stockbrokers have to say that equity segment is more safer? Well, there are other point of view. I mean, when you look at it in a different angle altogether, when you trade in the equity segment, the cost of trading is more in equity segment compared to futures and options. Have you ever observed? The commission, the brokerage that you pay for trading, that is very high in the equity segment compared to futures and options. So as a broker, if I am a broker, now I am doing the business of stock broking in order to earn money for myself. So I will obviously look at the place where I'll get more money. That is the cash segment. And that is what I'm going to promote to you. Is it not? So when you are investing the your hard-earned money to trade in stock market, first understand the right logic behind it. And moreover, many people believe stock market trading is gambling. Tell me, how many of your family members support you to trade in stock market? How many? Very few, or literally nobody. Is it not? Why do you think they don't support you to trade in stock market? Well, it is because they believe that this is gambling. But do you think this is their mistake? Even if you don't think this is gambling, do you think it is their mistake that they believe this is gambling? If you ask me, I'll say that it is not their mistake. It is maybe your mistake. All right. Why? Because whenever people talk about stock market or trading, especially, many people make use of some words, terms, like people say that I play in Nifty, I play in Bank Nifty options, I played in ITC today, I played in crude oil today, as if this is a playground. Is it not? When you use words like this, obviously the opposite person listening to you, he or she is definitely going to feel that you are gambling with your money. And the place that you are doing this, that place is also gambling. And there are also traders trading in stock market, believing that this is gambling. They know that this is gambling. All right. So let me tell you, as long as you think that this is gambling, your life is going to become a big gamble here. It's better you quit stock market. Ladies and gentlemen, stock market is a true, clean, legal business like any other business on the planet. The only thing here is you have to treat this like a business. Got it? Now that you have understood these right logics, or once you have this right information, now we come to this main point or the final point, saying that what is the right way to trade? What is trading? What are you going, when you talk about trading, what are you going to do? There are only two things that you're going to do. Either you will buy or you will sell. That's all. Is there anything else? So if you ask me, this is the most simplest business for anyone to understand and go about doing it. Is it not? There are only two things that you're going to do. Either you are going to buy and then sell, or you're going to sell and then buy. Only two things. But the big question here is when to buy and when to sell. Is it not? When to buy and when to sell. No matter what you are trading. This is the question that needs answering. Anyone who has a perfect answer to these two questions, he is a winner. He is a winner in stock market. But then when it comes to answering this question, now to answer this, first try to recall when you were trading the last time, or maybe when you lost your money in trading last time, whenever you lost the last time, which is that market condition or which is that situation where you lost your money? Just try to recall. Try to recall. When you look at it, people lose when the price comes down this sharp. People say this, call it as market crash, commonly known as market crash. Whenever market crashes, people lose money. Majority people lose money. Is it not? Why do they lose money? It is because they don't know when to buy and when to sell. They don't know. Isn't it? Well, when majority people have lost money, there is this common saying, I'm sure all of you must have read this, all of you must have heard this anywhere else. People saying that, even I've said in the past that more than 95% of people only lose money in stock market. It is hardly 1 or 2% or 5% of people who make profits in stock market. This you must have heard, this you must be knowing. Is it not? Well, when majority people are losing money, at least there is that 1 or 2% of people making money. How are they making money? If you lost money in this market situation, it means someone else must have made profit. How did they make profits? How did they make profits? Have you ever thought about it? They made profit because they knew when to buy and when to sell. So what is that you need today? You need an answer to this question, when to buy and when to sell in this market condition. Not just when the market crashes, even if the price starts increasing. Well, there was an old saying that whenever the market goes up, in an uptrending market, everyone will make profits. Well, that is an old saying, not today. All right? People lose money even here. Is it not? When to buy and when to sell? Because when the price keeps increasing, it is not going to increase in a straight line. It is definitely going to do a lot of up and down movement. In that up and down movement, you will panic, you will do something, you will experiment, you will try too many things, and gone. Is it not? But then, if any of you believe that these are the only two market situations, either an uptrending market or a downtrending market, this is where you have to learn when to buy and when to sell. You are absolutely wrong. These are not the only two situations. How will you trade? When will you buy? When will you sell? If there is a gap up or a gap down, just try to recall. All right. Last time when there was a major gap up or a gap down, maybe that is one situation where you lost your money. And these days, this gap up and gap down is happening almost every day. Sudden jump in the price from yesterday's closing to today's opening, either up or down, gone. How are you going to trade? Someone has made money. If someone can make profits, then why not you? If you want to make profits, then you have to learn or you have to understand when to buy and when to sell in this market condition. Even if there is a false price breakout. Now, what is this all about? You must have seen a situation where the price is trading very, within a very small range for many days. Suddenly, one day, there is a big shoot in the price, sharp increase. Anyone sitting in front of your trading terminal watching the price increase rapidly, what is going to happen to you? What will happen to you? Well, you will be tempted. You will be tempted to buy. You will jump and you will buy. But the moment you buy, that is the high. From there, the price starts reversing. Have you experienced this? If you have experienced, it means you have witnessed a false price breakout. This sharp up movement was meant to fool you. This movement was meant to confuse you. This movement was meant to tempt you in buying. Can I say this? Can I say this? Is it not? So even in this market situation, how do you trade? And this last one, which is, we call it as a sideways market. Many people know this as the range bound market. Well, the character of this market condition is the price keeps on increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing. You will never understand whether it is going to increase or whether it is going to decrease. But then there is one thing that you will definitely witness in this situation, and that is whenever you buy, it comes down. Whenever you sell, it goes up. And it keeps on happening for a period. Is it not? When to buy and when to sell in this market condition. So my friends, what I'm trying to tell you here is Price does not move in a similar way every time. This is one reality all of you have to understand. Until you understand this reality or realize this, it is not going, it is not going to happen. You will not be able to progress, or you will not be able to last long in this business of stock market trade. So if you want to continue for a long run in stock market, if you want to keep earning, then you should know when to buy and when to sell in all these different market conditions. I am sure many of you must have attended many training programs, or many of you are planning to attend some training programs. Many of you are doing your own research. Many of you have already done many research. All right. Whatever you do, wherever you go, any training that you attend, what is that question that you need to ask yourself or the other person? You need to ask, will I be able to do the right buying and right selling, the right entry and right exit in any of these different market conditions? Yes, you have to ask this. If you found a solution to all these different market conditions anyway, it means you are at the right place. Please go ahead, continue with that. All right. If you did not find a solution to all these things, wherever you go, then that is not the right place. Find something else. So today, if you ask me, is there a solution? Is there a way to regain your lost money in stock market? Let me tell you, yes, there is a solution. But then for that, what are you ready to do? What extent are you ready to go? How desperate are you? Will you do anything and everything to make it happen in your life? This is a commitment that you have to take. So today, if you are all ready to give this commitment, then let me tell you, the first step to regain your lost money is to go through this process of change. Yes, you have to change. Without change, it is not going to happen. You have to change from your old practice to the new one. This is the first step to regain. All right. Some people say, yes, I'm ready to change and everything. But then, end of the day, they will never change. If there is one character that you're going to follow, then let me tell you, it is not going to happen. This is the first important step that everyone has to take. The second step is, I am sure many of you are into different professions. Maybe you are working somewhere in some job, or you are into some business. A specific profession is what you're following. I hope all of you will agree when I say every profession has a procedure. Is it true? The same way, every religion has a ritual. Every success has a discipline. All right. Many of you who are in this session, maybe you did not see success in stock market, but at least in your profession, you must have seen success, continuous success. I hope you will all agree with me when I say every success has a discipline. Without that discipline, it is not possible to succeed. Do you all agree? So today, why can't we design a procedure, a ritual, a discipline to become successful in stock market? Why can't we do that? In order to do this, first of all, you have to start thinking like a swan. Well, the moment I said this, some of you may feel very strange. What does this have to do with regaining your lost money? Is it not? Well, let me tell you. In this part of the world, we call this, this bird as Hamsapakshi. It is called as Hamsapakshi. And there is a very old saying about this Hamsapakshi, that it is so very brilliant that it can separate milk from water and drink only the milk. It is that brilliant. There is an old saying. But then what I have understood here is, this bird is so very brilliant that it knows what it wants and it knows what it doesn't want. That is its brilliancy. The same way, I'm asking you all to start thinking like a swan. It means you should know what is right and what is wrong. You should know what to take and what not to take. Is it not? That is the approach that you must have. Just don't blindly jump into everything and finally at the end start quibbling about saying that you did the wrong thing. All right? Right in the beginning, you should know what is right and what is wrong. That is the first work that you have to do. Is it not? So, when it comes to regaining your lost money, you will see that normally there are 4 different categories of people who are trying to regain their lost money. Now, we are going to see each one of this category. Who are those people who belong to a particular category? What is the right solution to that category? So when we are discussing, I request all of you, if you are seriously looking for a solution to regain your lost money in stock market, the first thing that you have to do here is try to identify yourself, which category do you belong. All right. So let us see this. The first category of people are those who have lots of money. These are the people who have abundance, money in abundance. They have lost money, but then they are least bothered about it. They are not tensed about having lost money. All right. Any moment they can always take a decision that let me quit stock market, let me enjoy the money that I already have, or let me continue doing whatever I was doing earlier, which was easy for me. Anyways, this is not working out for me. They can anytime take a decision like this. But the pinch of having lost money will always make them look for ways to regain their money. So today, if any one of you belongs to this category, then what is the right solution for you? How to regain your lost money? Well, let me tell you, the perfect solution for you is just to do long-term investment. I'm saying just do long-term investment. That's enough. Yes. But then when you do long-term investment, what is long-term investment? You buy, you invest in some stock, you hold it for long term and then sell it at a higher price. But then when you're doing this, try to select all the A group stock, only the A group stocks. Don't get into the penny stocks. And at the same time, when you're investing, don't invest all your money in a single stock. Rather, you diversify into different stocks. But when I say invest in stocks, there are some people who say that what if a stock price becomes a zero? What happened to people who invested in stocks like Satyam Computers? Remember? There are so many stocks even after that which hit zero. Is it not? So how do we go about it? I'm scared to invest in stocks. Well, if you're scared to invest in stocks, the best thing that you can do is don't invest in stocks. Invest directly on the index itself. You know the index, right? Nifty, Sensex, Bank Nifty, and so on. These are the index. They cannot become zero. If an index like Nifty becomes zero, it means we are back to Stone Age, let me tell you. Our economy has gone to dogs. All right. So that is not going to happen. So you can directly invest on index. But of course, when I say this, some of you will be thinking, how can you invest in index? Index can only be traded in futures and options segment. It's not in the cash segment. If that is what you're thinking, you are right in one sense, but then I will say that you don't have the complete information. What is the right information you need to have? There is a product called as ETF, Exchange Traded Fund. So for an index also there is an ETF, like we have Nifty Bs, we have Bank Bs, we have Gold Bs. So Nifty Bs is an ETF related directly to the index Nifty. So you can investing on Nifty Bs is like investing on the index Nifty. So buy Nifty Bs. It means you are investing on Nifty. Hold it for a long term, isn't it? Buy bank Bs or buy gold Bs. Is it not? But then when to buy? When to buy? So when it comes to understanding which is the right place to invest, right time to invest, let me tell you, never invest in a stock whose price is increasing or whose price is at its peak. Never invest when the prices are at its peak. So when is the right time? The right time is when the price, especially like index or the A group stocks, when their price comes down by 30% or more from the peak, that is the right time you should be ready to start investing. Yes, if required, you can go back after the session, you can sit around, you can do a small research. Take up this Nifty. From the day of its inception, you will get all the details on the internet, even on the NSE website. Take the day from its inception till this particular day. Every time the price of Nifty, whenever it came down by 30% or more, and if you had invested in it, from there till date, what has happened to your investment? What percentage returns have you achieved? Just check. You will be surprised. Yes, you will be surprised. It is huge returns. Returns that cannot be compared to any other investment venues. All right. So this is the right solution. This is the safest, right solution, easiest solution for those people who belong to this category. Now let us move on to the second category of people. Well, these are the people who have a decent financial backup. All right, they have good financial backup and they have lost money in stock market. But then the other source of income, their main source of income that they have, the income is good enough to cover up for these losses. So they don't have to be worried. All right. Now, sometime back, I happened to meet a trader who had a very decent financial backup, good income elsewhere, and he has also lost a few lakhs in his trading. But then he always kept on saying, "No, I have to regain my lost money because it is an insult to my ego." Listen to this. It is an insult to my ego. I cannot give up. I have never failed in anything that I have got into, but then this is the first place where I have experienced failure. I will never give up here. I want to regain the loss because the loss is big enough at the same time. It is not that easy to forget. So if you belong to this category, if any of you belong to this category, then what is the right solution? Well, the right solution here is you can also do the same long-term investment. The easiest way, the best way, isn't it? So you can also do the same long-term investment, but if you want to regain a bit faster than the earlier case, then do the same long-term investment, not in the equity segment, but then do it in the future segment. Yes. But when I say invest in future segment, some of you may be wondering, well, how can somebody invest in futures? Tell me. Futures is, it has expiry date. It is only a contract valid for a limited time. You cannot invest for long term. If this is what you're thinking, let me tell you, you can invest for long term. All that you have to do is if you have bought a stock in futures and on the expiry date, you just have to exit and shift your position to the next contract. Roll over your position to the next contract. Keep doing this. That's all. But then the bigger benefit of investing for long term in futures is we saw this example where the price of a stock was 100 rupees and we were planning to buy 1000 shares in the equity segment where the value was a lakh rupees. We had to invest complete 1 lakh rupees to buy 1000 shares at 100 rupees. Correct? Let us assume we invested in the equity segment, bought 1000 shares at 100. And as expected, the price of the stock over a period, let's say after a few months, it has increased to 200 rupees. Now, what happened? How much is the profit that you would have made here? Can anyone calculate and tell me? You bought 1000 shares at 100 rupees. Now the same stock is trading at 200 rupees. If you sell it at 200 rupees, what is the profit earned? How much percentage profit have you earned on your investment? Anyone? I hope all of you are active enough and listening. So what is the percentage profit that you have earned in this? Well, if you have bought at 100 and sold at 200, it means you have got 100 points profit. 100 points into 1000, again it is a lakh rupees. It means on a lakh rupees investment, you have gained lakh rupees profit. So 100% returns on your investment. Am I right? Is it correct? Now the same stock, instead of investing in the equity segment, if I had to buy 1000 shares in the future segment at 100 rupees, well, the value is the same, 1 lakh rupees. But the exchange is telling me that you don't have to invest complete 100%. You just have to invest some percentage called as margin. They will say 10%, 15% or 20% kind of margin requirement. But let us keep 50%. Even if they ask 10%, let us keep 50% of the value. All right. So 50% of 1 lakh rupees is 50,000 rupees. So I keep 50,000 rupees as my investment. I buy 1000 shares at 100 rupees, for which out of this 50,000 I have paid some margin. Remaining is there in my account. All right. I bought it at 100 rupees. Over a period of few months, it has increased to 200 rupees. Now I sell it at 200 rupees. Now you tell me, what is the percentage profit in this case? What is the percentage profit in this case? Anyone? How much is the percentage profit in this case? Remember, we invested 50,000 rupees. We kept 50,000 in our trading account. Out of that, we have used some money as margin. We have paid some margin. Let us keep 50,000 rupees as the capital here. All right, bought 100,000 shares at 100 rupees, sold at 200, which means my profit is 1 lakh rupees. But the capital was 50,000 rupees, which means the returns here is 200%. Is it not? A lakh rupees profit on 50k is 200% returns, is it not? Am I right? Correct? So this is the benefit of doing it in future segment. All right, let me show you a small example. The way we follow, do long-term investment. I'll show you one small example how we go about doing this. Okay. So here is a case, this platform or this system, we call it as dynamic system, enterprise tool of Dowman Group. This we follow. You may be following something else, it doesn't matter. All right. So in this, you can see here is a place where you can see here, there is one information. This column, we call it as long trend, the long-term trend. So the system automatically tells us, it is designed in a way that it automatically tells us what to do. So it says that the trend up starts. So we came to know that this is a stock, ICICI Bank. It said upstart. So when did it say? 18th October 2022. It said that upstart, the trend is up. All right. So one day evening after our job, we come back home, we opened the system, we saw it said upstart. So the next day morning, that is on 19th October, next day morning, as soon as market opens, we bought it 900.05. All right, we could have bought it at this price. If I bought 100 shares, it means 90,000 investment. If I bought 1000 shares, it is 9 lakh rupees investment in equity segment. The same stock, I could have bought it in the future segment also. All right. For 1000 shares, instead of keeping 9 lakhs, I could have kept hardly 4.5 lakh as the capital. And then I could have bought 1000 shares. From there, all that I had to do is simply sit quiet every day, just check once in the evening. All right. Kept on doing it some fine day. Now, in between, during this process, you can see the price from 900 rupees, it kept on increasing, kept on increasing. It went up to 940 or so on. 958. You can see here. All right. So if I feel that on my investment I've got 10-20% return, 30% return, I could have booked my profit. All right. Over a period, as you continue, at some point the system itself is going to tell you down start. It means the trend has changed. The downtrend has started. Normally, if anyone gets to use this particular system, all right, before, when this trend has told that the trend is up, and before the trend changes, how to book a maximum profit at the top, there is one small training you will go through where you will learn all those things. But any which ways, the system now said down starts. Very recently, somewhere on 15th December, it said down start. Next day, in futures, I could have taken a short position at 905 rupees, and I can continue holding my short position also. Is it not? But in equity segment, you cannot do this long term. In equity segment, you can only go for the buying opportunities. You cannot do anything in the selling opportunities. But the system very clearly said the trend is down. So next day I could have sold in futures at 905 rupees. From there, it kept on reducing, kept on reducing. All right. As of yesterday, it had reduced down till 834 rupees. In between, if I felt, see, in between it has already shown 796 rupees low made. All right, from 905, it has come down to 796. In between, wherever I felt for this investment, I have invested, let's say, 4.5 lakh rupees or 5 lakh rupees I invested. On 5 lakh rupees, if I'm getting 20-30% returns in a matter of 2-3 months, what better? What better is it not? All right. But then anyone who has understood using this in a very effective way will be able to earn even more. But anyways, the point here is the benefit of investing for long term in futures is that you can invest with lesser capital. The returns on your capital is much more than that of the cash segment, and the risk is also less compared to that of the cash segment. This is the benefit. So by investing for long term in futures, you will be able to regain a bit faster than the earlier case. This is the point. So those of you who belong to this category, this is the right solution. All right. The same way, let us move on to the third category of people. Third category of people are those who have timely financial backup. Right? They have some source of income. Through that source of income, they are able to run a family. They are able to maintain their expenses, manage their expenses. All right. And hardly some small amount of that earning they are able to save. Some people save, some people don't. They cannot. All right. So they have a very timely financial backup. And they have lost money. Now, how did they lose money? Or, I mean, first of all, the money, where did they get it from? It is their hard-earned savings. And that hard-earned saving, it was not that easy to save. But then they took all their savings, invested, traded, and they lost money. These are the people who have the urgency to regain their money. If you belong to this category, let me tell you, you cannot take a chance. You are standing at the edge of a knife. You cannot take a chance. One wrong move here, you will be hit so very bad, you will never be able to get up. So you have to be very careful if you belong to this category, let me tell you. So what is the right solution for you? The right solution here is you can also do the same long-term investment in the cash segment, or you can also do the same long-term investment in the future segment. All right. But if in case you want to regain a bit faster than the earlier two cases, then you have to identify a method or a strategy to trade, not invest, in order to trade. All right. Find a method or strategy for trading. But the conditions of this trading is you should be spending very little time every day to trade. Condition number one, spend very little time every day to trade. Don't spend whole day to trading. Okay. And the second most important condition is You should not have to watch the market movement constantly throughout the day. 9:15 to 3:30, if you keep on watching the market movement to trade, that you should not do. Spend little time, don't watch the market movement throughout the day. All right. If you can find a method or a strategy which fulfills these requirements, and if you go about trading based on that, then you will find a solution here. We are also following one trading method for ourselves also, where we hardly spend some 10-15 minutes a day. That too, not during the market hours, in the evening, in our leisure time. All right. And during the market hours, we don't watch the market movement at all. All right. So let me show you what is that one method that we follow here. The same dynamic system that I was showing you earlier. For long-term investment also we make use of the system, but we also make use of the system for trading. We make use of the system for trading. So in this system you can see there is a, I think this much is very much visible. There is something written here as buy above. There's something written here as sell below. So when you read those numbers, it very clearly says buy above. It means if the price trades above this number, you can buy it. Or if the price trades below this number, you can sell it. That is all that you have to do. All right. But the benefit here is this is a system. It is designed in a way that it gives us these informations one day in advance. So if I have to trade tomorrow, I get the details and information today itself. Well, today's date is 23rd. After 6:30, it will get updated and I will get all the new information. Based on this information, I just have to spend some 10-15 minutes of my leisure time today, in order to trade for tomorrow. All right. So one of that, there are different ways to use this. I'll show you. I'm showing you one different way. This was the numbers that I could have used for today. If the price traded above 859.74, I could have bought ICICI Bank today. Did it trade above 859.74? Just check if anyone has access to the price movement. Did it trade? ICICI Bank. Let me check it on the NSE website itself. Well, ICICI Bank today opened at 836.55. It made a high of 844.45. Made a low of 833.55. All right. If you had just checked this report that we were seeing, 859.74, it did not come. So I couldn't have bought it there. But then there is one more buy above 839.42. All right. It has definitely crossed that number, 839.42. From there, it went up till 844. All right. So I could have done a trade there. But then this is one way of trading. There is another easy way of trading using this system. Let me show you. We call this as speed dynamic report. The same ICICI Bank. All right. So what this report does here is it automatically tells me which is the day where I have to buy, which is the day where I have to sell. This is for trading. All right. The earlier case we saw some time back, it was for long-term investment, looking at the trend of the price movement. So very recently on 20th February, it said sell. So 20th February in the evening, after you finished your job, you came back home, relaxed, spent some time with your family. Then you opened the system, you opened a report, selected your favorite stock. It says sell. It was written here sell. So you noted down that tomorrow I am going to sell. Next day morning, you just have to, before the market opens, call your stockbroker, tell him, sell ICICI Bank one lot in futures or how many ever lot based on your capital. At opening, you sell, or you can do it by yourself. All right. Next day morning, the price opened at 854.40. You sold it there. After you sold it, shut down your system, go do some other job. If you don't have a job, go to sleep. If you're not getting sleep, go do some exercise, keep yourself fit. Do anything possible, but then don't sit in front of trading terminal. Don't keep watching the price movement. So what happened from there? The day 21st market close, evening you came and looked at it and it said sell, hold your short position, relax. Again it said sell, hold for yesterday. All right. Today it has managed to close at what price? Today it has closed at 830. I mean, what was the closing price? 840.70. All right. It is still at around the same level as of yesterday's closing. Yesterday it closed at 839. Today it has closed at 840. All right. So if you take from 854 to 840, it is almost 14 points movement. If you trade a stock like ICICI Bank in the F&O segment, what is the lot size? What is the lot size of ICICI Bank? Anyone? Well, the lot size of ICICI Bank is 700, which means the investment requirement was, the margin was 1,05,000 rupees. Even if you kept a 1.5 lakh rupees capital to trade, all right, and you took one lot short at 854, it has managed to close at 840 today. 14 points movement is what you are in profit. All right, 14 into 700, it is almost 9,800 rupees profit. All right, 9,800 rupees profit in this one single transaction, and you're still holding on to it. It has still not told you when to exit. Is it not? See, look at the benefit. If you are a working professional, you were earning some income, you are able to manage your day-to-day living, monthly expenses, maintaining a family, everything was going on. But then out of that money, some money you kept saving, and that saving you invested in stock market and lost that money. Now, some people, what they do here is when they want to regain their losses, because obviously it is an urgency to regain. It is not that easy to save the same money. It is going to take a lot of time. All right. With that urgency, what they do is they quit their job and get into full-time trading. If any of you is trying to take such a decision, or if any of you have taken that decision, I will say that is a big mistake. That is a big mistake. Why? Because the way, I mean, whatever job you were into, that job was giving you income month on month. But in trading, you have only lost money. You have never seen profits there. How will you get into that full time? How will you quit that job which was giving you income? So the decision is wrong, isn't it? So what I'm trying to tell you here is you have to find a method or a strategy where you have to continue your regular job. In fact, focus more on your regular job now, and at the same time spend very little time every day and be able to trade, and don't watch the market movement continuously throughout the day. Your trading is also going on, your job is also running. You are getting your regular income through your job, and your trading is helping you grow your wealth also. This is the way you will be able to regain a bit faster than the earlier two cases. Understood, all of you? All right. So this is the right solution for those of you who belong to the third category. And the benefit of this, this is the report that I was showing you some time back. The benefit of following some method like this is a short-term trading plan. The investment requirement here is much lesser than the earlier two cases. The profit potential is much higher compared to the earlier two cases. But then when you are implementing a method like this, each and every trade, you are definitely going to see results like gain, gain, minus, minus, gain, minus, gain, minus, minus, gain. This is how you're going to see. But then some people are simply not ready to accept this. But let me tell you one reality. Let us take any business for that matter. Any business. Let us say you have started a hotel, a fast food center. All right. Now you are running this business for quite some time now. It is running very good. You are getting good income out of it. But then, are you getting only income out of that business? Is there anything else involved there? Just think. Is there no expense at all? Definitely there is expense, isn't it? Isn't it? You have to buy raw materials, you have to pay salaries, you have to pay electricity bill, you have to pay water bill, you have to pay money for maintenance. So many things are involved. Without that expense, do you think you will be able to earn money? So in any other business, people are ready to accept that the fact that there is income and expense involved. Just imagine if there is one day where there is no customers, no money, income, there, the second day, are you going to stop doing that business? No, is it not? Same way, even in this trading, income and expense is part of this business. Gain minus is going to be part of this business. It is the overall. It is not a day. Overnight, nobody is going to become a millionaire. Take this and write it. Isn't it? Overall, this business is going to give you income when you continuously do this. But then the secret of doing the business, stock trading business, is you have to implement it continuously. The same strategy or a method, implement it continuously for a long run. That is when you will start seeing money, you will start seeing big money, money like you have never seen in any other business for that matter. But then you have to do it for a long run without panicking. All right. So now let us move on to the fourth category of people. Fourth category of people are those who have lost big money beyond their capacity. These are the people, maybe they have borrowed money, traded and lost it, or maybe they have traded on somebody else's capital and lost it. But then the loss is big, massive enough. They are simply not able to handle the pressure, stress. These are the people who have absolute urgency. Do or die, do something, somehow or the other. They just dream about it every moment. Somehow they just want to recover all this money and settle all these things. All right. If you belong to this particular category, then let me tell you, the solution here is, it is impossible to regain. Yes, this is the truth. It is impossible to regain. It's better you quit stock market, go do some other job. First, start earning, slowly settle all the backlogs that you have, and that is the solution for you to regain. But then if there is any one of you who say that, no, I don't know anything else apart from stock market and trading, I want to regain only through stock market. If that is what you say, then let me tell you, then take a tough approach in your life. First of all, take a tough approach to your life. What is a tough approach? First of all, do some exercise to keep yourself fit. Well, some of you may get irritated when I say this. How is this a solution to regain your lost money? Well, yes, this is a solution. First, keep yourself fit. Do some exercise. Change your food habits to keep yourself healthy. Do some regular meditation to keep your mindset cool, or bring your mindset to that neutral level where you can focus. These are the first things that you have to do. All right. Just having the urgency to regain your lost money is not going to help you. Take a tough approach. Do these things first. The day you start doing all these things, and over a period when you have brought your mindset to that neutral level, then you will find a solution for yourself. If you cannot do these things, then let me tell you, there is absolutely no solution. It is impossible for you to regain. But then when we were trying to understand how to regain, when we were trying to understand that there are four different categories of people, we realized at a point that it is not just the four categories, there is one more category of people. We call them the fifth category of people. The most interesting thing about this people, this category of people is that these people have amazing patience. They have tremendous patience and they have very good listening capacity. It is these qualities are very difficult to come by, is it not? It is very difficult. And they have the ability to understand, learn any business, any profession, and just go about implementing them. Quick. They are so very quick to do this. But then they have all the good qualities to become a successful person in their life. They have one weakness, and the weakness is financial weakness. They don't have too much money. All right, they don't have too much money, and they are always scared to get into stock market. And whenever they want to get into stock market, there are all those other failure people who always scare them. People who have experienced failure in this business are those who are going to scare you, and they keep scaring, say that you need lakhs to get into this business. You are not fit for this business. You cannot do this. You are going to experience failure, because they have experienced failure, so they are going to pass on the same uh, feeling to you. So if any one of you belongs to this category, then let me tell you, we have found a solution to you also. And we call this solution as the 1K 10K technique. So what is this 1K 10K technique? Obviously, when I say 1K 10K, I'm talking about starting your trading with a small investment as small as 10,000 rupees. All right, you can start with 10,000 or any small investment. Got it? But then with a small investment like this, which segment are you going to trade? Definitely you can trade in equities, there is no doubt in it, but it is going to take you a lot of time to earn. You need that patience. All right. Can you do it in futures? No, definitely not. Can you do it in options? Yes. Options is that one segment where even with a very small investment, you can start off. But in order to trade in options, you need that right information I told you earlier. What is that right information? Buy a call option or buy a put option. If you have understood this much, you are ready. But along with this, you need one more understanding, and that is how to select the right strike price. Which strike price to trade? You have to know this. And not only that, when you want to trade, if you want to trade, before you trade, you should know how to prepare your next action plan, next trading action plan, next day's trading action plan. It means if you want to trade tomorrow, you should be prepared today itself. Today's preparation is a relaxed tomorrow, remember. So you should know these two things. All right. With these two things, if you can go about trading, then you will be able to earn some amazing results, returns. Amazing returns. All right. So let me show you. When I talk about investing with the 10,000 rupees, some people may be wondering, with 10,000 rupees, when will I invest? What will I invest into? When will I earn money? When will I fulfill my requirement? All right. When will things change in my life? If you are wondering with these doubts, let me show you a small example here. Well, this is the official NSE India website. Okay, I'm just trying to open this script Bank Nifty. Or even if anyone wants to check Nifty, also we can check. Anyways, Bank Nifty. Okay, let me take this historical data. Index options 2023. Expiry date, let us keep 23rd February. Today was the expiry date. Option type, let us take this put option. Let me take a strike price like some strike price, let's say 40,200. You can see this one detail. I hope it's clearly visible to all of you. This is a 40,200 strike price put option that we are looking at. 23rd February is the expiry date. This put option was trading at a premium of 25 rupees, 37 rupees high made, closed at 28 rupees. On which date? On this particular date. Which is the date? It was on 16th February 2023. Not many days back. It is just few days back. Hardly a week back. All right. That is the price it was trading. And from that price, it has shot up to 371 today. Managed to close at 254. Even if someone managed to buy it at, let's say, if not 21 or 25 rupees, even if someone bought it at 30 rupees on this particular day, from 30 rupees to even 300 rupees, we are talking about 1000% returns. To buy this premium at 30 rupees, what is the investment required? One lot of Bank Nifty is 25. 25 into 30 is how much? It is just 750 rupees investment. Just 750 rupees. 750 rupees, we people, when we go out, sit in a place like Coffee Day and just have a cup of coffee, we are going to end up spending 750. If you go with your family to a shopping mall, you are going to spend some 10,000 rupees for sure. Is it not? One visit over 10,000 rupees. Just think that you have invested 10,000 rupees. You have spent it for some social cause, gifted it to someone, or bought something for your family. So thinking that, keep 10,000 rupees for trading. Out of 10,000 rupees, if you had used the 30 rupees, 750 rupees and bought a put option here, as of today, you have earned how much? 750. 1000% on 750. How much is it? 7,500 rupees profit on a 750 rupees investment. Well, I am not here to show you that you see so much returns has come from this low, it has gone up to this high. And I'm not trying to show you all these things. What I'm trying to tell you here is someone is able to make this big profits every time. Someone is making this big profits. Is it not? People today in stock market, most of them are interested to earn those 500,000 rupees every day. But then not many people are realizing the truth here is you can in fact earn this big profits if you do the right way of trading. All right. So in order to find a solution to this category, as I told you, the 1K, 10K technique, we have a system called as dynamic live. Now, this is dynamic live. Let me show you. Well, this is dynamic live. So what this dynamic live does here is, it automatically tells us when to buy and when to sell once again. Okay, and that too in the live market. So very recently, this dynamic live, at this point, somewhere at this point for Bank Nifty, it had said here in this action, it was very clearly mentioned as sell short act now. It means it told us to take a short position. Okay, All that one has to do here is, if you can read what's written here, that is enough. Even if you don't know the language, it doesn't matter. I'm sure anyone will be able to read sell short. All right. If it says sell short, I'm sure you know what is sell short. You have to take a short position. You can take a short position in futures, or you can buy a put option. All right. So when did it say sell short? It was on this particular day, 17th February 2023, at around 13:55, 1:55 in the afternoon. All right. By then the price was already at 41,000 ranges. This price of Bank Nifty. So 17th February, if you had bought this put option, let us see what was the premium. The same put option, 17th February, this put option was trading at 44 rupees, 120 high made, 23 low made, 51 rupees is the closing price. Let us assume at the closing of the day, you are able to buy this put option at 50 rupees. What is the investment required? 1,250 rupees is the investment required. You have kept 10,000 rupees as the capital. Out of that, you would have used 1,250. You can do this much. And from there, it has moved up to 300 rupees today. Even at 300 rupees, if you had exited, we are talking about 7,500 rupees profit. All that you had to do this trade was one right entry. That is all you needed. Right entry and right exit. The system is automatically telling us when to enter. When to enter. All right. As of now, it is telling us a short hold. All right. As of now, it is telling us short hold. But then, if anyone trying to use the system, there are some additional things that you will get to learn in the training, where we would have booked the profit already. All right. We could have booked the profit already. But what this system does here is, this system automatically tells you when to buy and when to sell. First thing. Not only this, it also tells you which strike price to trade. You can see auto call strike price, auto put strike price. For call option, these are the three numbers. For put option, these are the three numbers. Out of these three, you have to pick one. Normally in the training, we train people out of these three, which is the best one to select. They do it in fraction of seconds. All right. But not just this. Just try to go back what we were discussing earlier during the session, where we were discussing that price does not move in a similar way every time. There are different varieties of price movement. There can be a sudden crash in the price. There can be a big up movement in the price. All right. It can give us a gap up or a gap down. There can be a false price movement. Normally, let us say the price is slowly coming down. Suddenly, if the price shoots up like this, all right, and later tries to come down, then this up movement that happened, this is a false price movement, is it not? So when such a movement happens in this action, this system will automatically tell you buy signal, wait and buy. It means it will tell you buy signal has come, but please wait, don't buy this. There is some manipulation going on. So with this information, you will very easily know when to buy, when not to buy also. Not only that, we were talking about a situation where it can become sideways. When it becomes sideways, here in this place reason, now it is written as sell signal. There it will be written as sideways nearing sign. Let us check some stock where it may have been written sideways nearing sign. Let us see Nifty. If you want to check any of your favorite stock, you can tell me. Yes, you can see here Nifty. Very clearly it is written here. Can you see here? What does it read? It says IV sideways nearing sign. So it is telling us in advance sideways movement is about to start. Be careful. Later, this information will change. Sideways start sign. It means sideways has started. So the moment sideways starts, you can see this previously when it was in sideways. Okay, you can see this. There is this white line. You can see sideways start sign. The price kept on moving up and down. So when you know that it is in sideways, how to trade in sideways, when to buy and when to sell, you get to know. The system itself tells you when to buy and when to sell. If you can follow what it says, that itself is more than enough. Even in sideways market, you will be able to make profits. All right. Can any one of you tell me any stock of your choice where recently you saw there was a big gap up or a gap down? We can check that also. So this system is designed in a way that let there be any different market condition, any different type of price movement in every market condition, the system automatically tells you when to buy, when to sell. You can see very recently this is a big massive movement. All right, just few days back, I mean somewhere during February 16, the price of Nifty was trading at 18,131. From there, it made a low of 17,455. This big movement, it is almost 600, 700 points movement. Before this major movement, this dynamic live already gave us information right at the top saying that we call this signal as dynamic system caution. It means whenever it comes, it means be ready, price is likely to reverse. Before the price started going down, right at the top, the system told us that it is going to go down. When the system told us that it is going to go down, now you know what are you supposed to do? Sell right at the top, and as the price came down, buy it at the low. Over. Now you know when to buy, when to sell. Even if there is a big crash in the price, you will make profits from here on. Is it not? So this is the benefit. Now following a system like this dynamic live, or even if you have any of your own system where you feel you are very confident that even with a small capital like 10,000 you will be able to trade and make profit, then it is good. If not, this dynamic live is one where a 1k 10k technique can be implemented effortlessly. All right, but then in order to implement all these things, any of these methods or strategies that we were talking about, and to succeed, it is not only these things that is required, you also need a lot of determination. Now this is one example I wanted to show you about Tech Mahindra. Very recently, starting with a small capital like 10,000 rupees, you can see here, starting from 14th of February 2023, just few days back. All right, in options, there was one trade where this dynamic live told us to buy a call option. We bought this call option at 4 rupee 40 paise. It means around 2,600 rupees investment because the lot size is 600 for Tech Mahindra. From there, it started 14th February. From there to 16th February, just a matter of 2 days, this capital increased to 35,440. All right, few trades gave very small profits like 400, 600. Some trade gave 8,000. There is a trade which gave 12,000, and so on. All that you had to do here is just follow what the dynamic live told you to do. You did not have to analyze the market. Some people say, should I know technicals? Should I know how to read charts? And nothing doing. If you know all these things, please forget them and then follow dynamic live. If you say that I don't know anything, then you are the best person to follow dynamic live because you will make faster than those experienced traders. All right. So by blindly following what the system said, this is how the capital has grown. But then, as I was telling you, in order to achieve big results like this, it is not just this, you should also have some serious determination. You should have mastered yourself. When I say determination, I'm saying you should have the determination to follow one single method or one strategy continuously for a long run. You should have the determination to trade even with a very small capital. Well, I keep saying, if you cannot make profit with a small capital, you cannot make profit even with a big capital. All right. And you should have the determination to allow Have some patience. Allow your trading method to work. Let it work. Don't be in a hurry. You are not going to become a millionaire overnight. You know this. Let it work. All right. You should have the determination to wait to see profits. Big profits will not come if you don't have this patience. All right. Some people, as soon as they see profit, they jump and exit. But when they see minus, they will relax and sit as if there is nothing that has happened. All right. You have to get over this habit. You should have the determination not to panic. Well, this is one very, very important thing. Not to panic when the price moves against your position. You have bought something, but the price is decreasing. You should not panic. Well, first of all, you have to understand, when will you panic? This is where I come to this point about right investment. All right. Many people, they ask me, what is the right investment for me? What is the right investment that I should do? Well, I always keep saying, you are asking the wrong question. You should know what is the right investment, not the other person. Let me give you a small example. Now, I want you people to participate right now. The question here is, I hope all of you have a smartphone with you. Am I right? Do you all have a smartphone? Can anyone tell me what is the money that you have paid to buy this smartphone? Anyone? Please be quick. You must have paid some 15-20,000. Am I right? These days, normally people spend that much at least to buy a smartphone, right? Now, let us assume one day, unfortunately, you lost your smartphone. You lost your smartphone. What are you going to do now? Obviously, you are going to search. I know this. Let us assume, in spite of tedious searching, you couldn't find that smartphone. You lost it. It's over. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit and cry? No, isn't it? You're not going to cry. What you're going to do is, in a matter of few days, you're going to go buy another smartphone. You're simply going to buy another smartphone. You will take things so very lightly. Oh shit, I've lost it. Anyways, let me buy a new one. Some people will be thinking, oh, I was waiting to lose this. I mean, I was waiting to get over with this phone. Somehow, luckily, I lost it. Anyways, let me buy a new one. This time I'll buy, Now, but then when you buy a new one, are you going to buy a smartphone or a mobile worth 500,000 rupees now? Earlier you had invested, see, Mr. Rajat says 35,000. All right. Earlier you had invested 35,000, you lost it. Let us assume now, when you want to buy a new one, are you going to buy something worth 1,000 rupees? No, isn't it? You're going to buy a same smartphone or a similar smartphone with a similar price, or maybe you're going to buy a better one with some additional price than the earlier one. Is it not? So by this, what did you understand? From this example, what did you understand? You must have understood by now that when you lost that smartphone, it is that worth 15 to 20,000 rupees worth item that you have lost. You did not hesitate to invest another 15-20,000 once again. If you lost a mobile worth 35,000, you did not hesitate to invest another 35,000 or a 50,000 once again. It means this is that amount which is not troubling you. It means this is the right investment for you. So you have to invest that money which does not trouble you, it does not disturb you, it does not disturb your day-to-day living. That is your right investment. With the right investment, when you go about trading, then this chances of panicking will reduce. All right. With the wrong investment, if you trade, you have a lakh rupees, no doubt. But if you have invested all the lakh rupees in a single trade, then what will happen? The price, when it keeps on increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing, along with that, your heartbeat will also increase, decrease. Whether you make money or not, you will get to gift for sure. BP, sugar, definitely you are going to get. Am I right? So you should have the determination not to panic. For that, you should have the right investment in place. You should have the determination not to get carried away. Don't become overconfident. Just because you made profit couple of days does not give a guarantee that you will make profit on the third day also. You should have the determination not to follow all these tips and calls, TV channels. Well, you have experienced all these things. You know, we saw it in the beginning of the session. You know that it has led you to losses. Get over with this. Get over with this. Why do you want to keep on following the same? You should have the determination not to sit in front of trading terminal. Don't discuss about your trades with others. Don't discuss about others' trades also. These are all the determinations that you need to have. Without this, it is not going to happen, my friends. And if you want to continue in stock market for a long term, you have to learn to adapt to all these things. How to manage your capital, money management, how to manage your method. Following a single method for a long run, it is not that easy. You have to work on it. It is a work in progress. You should know how to prepare for tomorrow's trading. You should know when to increase, when to decrease your quantity. You should know when to take payout, profit payout, not leftover payout, profit payout. All right. So these are all the different modules that you should know. Money management, mind management, payout planning, add and remove plan, next trading action plan. When you have all these things in place, then definitely you will sustain in this business for long run by consistently, continuously earning money. All right. Above all these things, there is one more important thing that you need. You should know how to attract money. Well, you all know, I hope all of you will agree with me when I say we are all working day and night to earn money. Is it not? Is there anything else? We are doing this to earn money. But then, have you seen that majority people, in spite of putting in all their efforts day and night, they are not able to succeed in their life. They are not able to fulfill their goals. Is it not? Why is that? Only few people are able to succeed. Why? It is because people are not able to attract money. They don't respect money. When you don't respect money, then what will happen is you will keep running behind money throughout your life, but then you will never reach there. But the day you learn how to attract money, how to respect money, let me tell you, you don't have to run behind money. Money will come searching you. So my friends, many of you have come, taken your time, efforts to come sit in this session, listen to all these realities, to find a solution for yourself. So for this effort, first of all, a big round of applause to all of you to have done this. The second thing is I would like to share the secret as a gift with all of you. What is that secret? How to attract money in your life. Well, this is a very simple secret, but then the most effective secret, and this is not a joke, it is going to definitely bring you the real result. All that you have to do is whenever you are giving money, we all deal with money day in and day out. Whenever you give money, some people you must have seen, they have a habit, they fold the currency note, then they give it. Some people crush it and throw it on the table, they walk off. This is not respecting. When you give money, open the currency note properly, completely, hold it with all your 5 fingers. Before you give it to somebody, give it a tap behind and say, "Hi, I love you. Come back to me in multi-folds. You are going as 2,000. Come back to me as 2 crores. Say this and then give it to the other person." Well, the moment I said 2 crores, don't think that I am very greedy. Well, I want 2 crores. That's why I'm saying this number. All right. Say this and then give it to the other person. Make it a habit. Again, I'm telling you, it is not going to happen overnight. Keep doing this. Make it a habit. The day it becomes a habit, you will see slowly money will start flowing in your life. All right. Not only when you're giving money through a currency note, even when you're swiping a card, even when you're doing online transfers, not only that, even when you're trading, placing orders, say this and then place your orders. Over a period, you will see that this sentence that you keep on saying, that has gone into your subconscious mind. Your mind has started believing that the money that goes out will definitely come back in multi-folds. When the change happens in the belief system, then automatically the nature, the God, the nature, everything is in place in such a way, whatever you manifest, you get it in multifold. This is the truth, my friends. So now, tell me, after having gone through this entire session, after having listened to all these different solutions, tell me, what have you understood? Do you believe that it is possible to regain your lost money in stock market? Yes or no? Well, if you ask me this question, let me tell you the truth here is it is impossible to regain your lost money in stock market. It's not possible at all. This is the truth. All right, it is not possible. Because when people come back to regain their lost money, they come with this baggage, this thought in their bag saying that they have to regain their lost money. They've already lost money. So they come with fear, they come with panic, and with the new capital, when they sit there to trade, they are again going to panic. They will again start getting fear. It will only lead them to losses. So the truth here is there is nothing called as regaining, my friends. The truth is there is only gain. There is only gaining money. Start fresh. What has happened, that is past. What is happening now, what will happen, that is the future. Is it not? So you can only gain money, focus on only earning profits. When you start earning profits, automatically rest all is automatically taken care. This is the truth, my friends. All right. So this is the solution to all of you. So you can find different ways to go through this process, but then remember all those key points that I spoke about. But if you don't find any solution elsewhere, you don't have to worry. You can always come back to us. Why? Because this is what we do. We train people on how to make only profits in stock market. All right. We train people on how to make only profits. We call this training as dynamic superpower trading program. Dynamic superpower trading workshop. All right. In this workshop, we train people on how to trade in equities for long term, how to trade in futures, how to trade in options, how to trade in commodities futures, every segment. When as a trader you are equipped, when you have the awareness to trade in any different segment, then you will be able to trade and make profits throughout for a long run in this business. And we train people on how to trade without watching the market. We saw the first three categories, all right, where you can do long-term investment in cash segment, or you can do long-term investment in future segment, or you can trade without having to watch the market whole day by spending very little time every day. I showed you a system called dynamic system. So anyone to join this training, you can subscribe to any one of those dynamic system. All right. To tell you about this dynamic system, this is the end of the day system. All right. Now, following this dynamic system, we expect you to earn a minimum of 500% returns year after year. Many people keep asking me, what is the accuracy? How much can I earn? And all these things. Let me tell you, there is no question of accuracy at all here. It is because we are telling you that you have to earn a minimum of 500% returns year after year. Then there is no question of losing here. All right. Only when there is a question of losing, then you can talk about accuracy. Is it not? There is no accuracy here. You must make this much return. And in order to earn this, all that you're going to do here is you will spend just 10 to 15 minutes of your leisure time every day. And especially, this is best suitable for those people who are working professionals. And to understand this, to follow this, you don't have to spend months and years. It is only 2 days of online workshop. Sitting at your comfortable place, attending 2 days of online workshop is more than enough for you to understand how to use this and start earning. This is how easy it is. All right. But in dynamic system, there are different packages. To subscribe this, the price basic package starts from 59,000. It goes up till 1,12,100. All right. This price is including GST. This is an investment that you are making. This is not the fees. This is an investment that you are making in order to earn in stock market. And this package, whichever you subscribe, you get it for lifetime. Let me tell you. All right. There is a one-time investment that you're making to keep earning throughout your life in stock market. So let me show you which are all the different packages. The first one starts with the index package. You can see right at the top. This package, you get to trade in index like Nifty, Bank Nifty, futures, options for long term, or even for trading purpose. The third category of people we discussed, remember? They can also follow that. And even those third category of people, not only in futures, you can do the trading in options also. Okay, so the first package gives access to only index, not stocks in that. Its price is 59,000 rupees for lifetime, remember. Same way, derivative package. Here you get index plus those stocks which are traded in the F&O segment. It is worth 94,400. It is also for lifetime. The third and final package for NSE is the cash package, where you get index plus all the stocks traded under NSE. In this package, you can trade in futures, you can trade in options, you can also trade in the equity segment for long-term investment. So it covers everything, the third one. Its price is 1,12,100 for lifetime. The remaining are related to commodities. If anyone wants to trade in gold and silver, you get it for 59,000. Anyone wants to trade in crude oil, natural gas, you get it for 59,000. If you want to trade in base metals like copper, aluminum, lead, zinc, and nickel, it is 94,400. And if there is a combo package where you get gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas together at 1,12,100. So these are all the different dynamic system package. To join our training program, you just have to subscribe any one of the package and join the program. All right. When you join the program, you get trained on all the packages. So later, if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade by paying the difference amount, no problem. All right. But then the other one is this dynamic live that we were talking about, wherein you can also trade based on the 1K, 10K technique we spoke about. Those of you who want to get into full-time trading, 9:15 to 3:30, you want to dedicatedly trade and earn by trading in options or in futures, in stocks, or even in index, then this is the package for you. But this is a 1-year subscription. It is not for lifetime. 1-year subscription, the price is 1,45,977, including GST. You get access to dynamic live for 1 entire year. But the benefit here is, along with dynamic live, you get lot many other things like 9 lakh worth free bonus. For example, you get this dynamic system NSE cash package, which in itself is worth 1,12,000, that you get it free for lifetime. So it means the moment you pay 1,45,000, you get dynamic live as well as dynamic system, both the software installed in your computer. Plus, I showed you all other essentials like money management, mind management, add and remove, portfolio diversification, next trading action plan. So many different essentials were there. Each of them, all of them total worth around 9 lakh worth, you're getting free by paying only 1,45,000. All right. But there is another benefit. In order to join this program, even if you subscribe the 59,000 package, the basic package, let me tell you, what will happen is you will get this dynamic live and dynamic system installed directly into your computer first. Until the workshop, 1 week you will have it free. Go through it throughout the week, understand it, see how it works in the live market on your favorite stock, and you will be able to attend 2 days of workshop. Now this schedule is on 25th and 26th, this coming Saturday and Sunday. Those of you who subscribe right now, you will get them installed right now itself. All right. But then after these 2 days of workshop, if in case you feel that you want to upgrade to a higher package, then you can definitely do it by paying the difference amount. All right. The workshop starts on these 2 days. The timing is at 10:30 and it is an online workshop, let me tell you. Those of you interested to subscribe and join, here is the link that I have texted on the chat right now. You can click on this link and subscribe right away. All right. When you click on this link, you get access to all the different packages. You can go through all the details, choose anyone according to your interest and requirement. But if anyone has any doubts, if you want to discuss right now, you can discuss. But if you want to have a one-to-one conversation, some people say that I want to have a live market demo before I decide. Then you can always contact us at these numbers that I've just texted on the chat, or mail us. Even on WhatsApp, you can contact us and then you can decide. So these are all the details, my friends. Thank you all for joining this session. Anyone who's interested, you can subscribe, join this workshop. If you have any doubts, we have a couple of minutes right now. You can ask me right now. Anyone, any questions or doubts? All right, it seems that there are no doubts. So friends, thank you all for joining today's training. Wish you all a happy trading. Wish you all a great evening. Those of you who have subscribed just now or who are planning to subscribe, welcome on board to this dynamic super trading workshop. See you on the other side in the workshop. Until then, good evening to all of you. Thank you.